Hello everyone, happy Thursday and welcome back to another day trading recap video. So in this video, I'm going to start off with the first ticker I traded and the last ticker I traded, and that is CLVS. This was kind of funny. It felt like a little bit like a social experiment here, what I did with CLVS at the end. So mentally, I was kind of clocked out around like 9:40 or so, but I was like, I'm going to give it, they're 20 minutes. Let's watch till 10 o'clock like I always say I will, and see if there's any other opportunities. And yeah, then CLVS popped up and it had this really good front side. I started actually trading it here, and then I was trying to trade in this area and all this nice front side here, and that was a 15% move with really good volume. And let's just start on the daily here for a second. Backside ticker, big breakout gap up day with big resistance around 2.7, and then again at like 3.3 area in here. Biotech, 142 million shares outstanding and a 370 million market cap. So that's pretty high. It does have some catalyst here coming out as well, but overall that's, it's a little bit more on the high end in terms of statistics. Now, what was interesting on this ticker was the fact that I had one of my first loses on this ticker at the open right here at 7 a.m. We popped up. That's when TOS opens for pre-market, and I went to buy this breakout, and then it sold off, and I took a loss here. And ever since maybe that loss with CLVS, I'm not even really sure. I didn't really trust the ticker so much. It didn't perform very well. You can see pre-market was pretty bad. Now let's zoom in here a little bit more again. So yeah, my open trade was, see, 7 a.m. popped up. I bought into this breakout looking for some continuation. We didn't get that continuation, so I just closed it. It was a scratch. It wasn't even really an important trade. But once I clocked out, I was like, can I still trade at this point, since I basically told myself I'm done trading? So what I did was I used 100 shares, which is like nothing. I mean, we're talking like a 20th, like a 1/30th of like my average position size, which is already reduced. And I was like, let's see if I can just trade this very obvious front side, and I couldn't do it. So I traded this pullback here because we had a 5-minute breakout, broke above VWAP, and I did a trade here. I think I even took a loss on it. I bought this pullback here. Or did I? I don't even remember. I could pull up. I was hiding my trades. I'll show you guys my trades now. Yeah, I bought into this breakout. I think I made a little bit of profit here. I was trying to hold this pullback. I couldn't do this. I went for this pullback, and at this point it was dead. So this was the actual like real trade that always puts the nail in the coffin, where it's like, okay, my last trade on a frontside move that's red usually means there's no more continuation. So this one was actually a good trade, but you could see overall, even though it was a red trade, overall it was a good front side, and I just used 100 shares, but I could not trade it green. It was so weird because we had a bunch of other tickers today doing very similar movements, specifically LGVN, and I'll show you guys right now what I'm up. I'm up $802 on LGVN, but I'm down 144 on CLVS. And they were doing exactly the same thing. So it was really weird. It was like, once I tell myself I'm done trading, somehow like my body does not allow me to trade. I get so risk averse. Let's just go back to CLVS for a second. I was so risk averse here that the second I was red, I just closed out the position, even though this stock is telling me we're on a front side move. There's no reason why you should be selling. There's only I don't know, verification or confirmation that this ticker is still on the front side. We're getting nice 5-minute breakouts. We're above the 9 EMA. The 1 minute's holding the 9 EMA very nicely. So all I should be doing is buying, adding into my positions, maybe selling into bigger rips and buying back on pullbacks. Very simple stuff. I mean, this is like trading 101, the first thing you learn about front side trading. And it was interesting to me that like somehow I was not allowing myself to just let the stock do what it should do. And then here was exactly when I should have closed out, and that's exactly what I did. So the last trade I actually did right. It was a red trade, but I actually did it right. The other trades all could have been green trades, very nice green trades, if I just traded it right. Basically, like I said, buying the pullbacks, waiting for the rips, so on and so forth. So kind of an interesting thought experiment there. I would love to hear your guys' thoughts in the comments below. Like, does this ever happen to you where like you know exactly what you're supposed to be doing, but somehow you just can't do it? It was weird. I think it always happens every now and then, but this was like an extreme version of it. I don't think I've had such an extreme version of it before. These other two tickers, FWBI and DARE, we'll talk about really quickly, and then we'll go to LGVN, which is really the main one I want to talk about. FWBI, this ticker was really funny. We were talking about it in the Discord for probably way too long for what this ticker should be really I don't know, for what it's worth. Like, this ticker did not deserve the amount of discussion we had for it. So FWBI popped up on the scanner. Biotech here is, I don't know, 16.6 million shares outstanding, 18 million market cap. And so really nice stats. Price target increase from Goldman Sachs, $16 price target. Actually, I don't know if this is Goldman Sachs, but it says Goldman Small Cap Research. I don't know. Anywho, I was like, that's kind of interesting. And I was kind of looking through these other catalysts. I was like, okay, some sort of COVID related thing here. Now, this ticker popped up really fast, and I tried to trade it a few times, but it was so wishy-washy that I had a hard time trading it. I mean, I would have these huge 30% spikes and then just flush right back down. And it was hard for me to, get on and trade profitable because this ticker really felt like you were risking a lot any moment. I was just like, my brain stopped. That's how I felt trading FWBI. It was just like my brain wouldn't even work with it. It was like here, he was here, and everything was like a 10% move. It was like the FOMO king, this ticker. It was weird. So I was kind of happy that I was just slightly red on it. And it is something good to remember. I think Colby called this out. You got to be careful with these backside tickers where there's a lot of back holders, and every time it pops up, it gets sold into. There's clearly some dilution going on with this ticker. I mean, if you scroll back, the volume keeps popping up and then shrinking. That basically means there's new shares constantly being dumped into this ticker. This ticker will eventually go below $1, probably get delisted. Maybe it's going to have a reverse split, so on and so forth, if it wants to stay on the NASDAQ. So that's basically, you got to be careful with these kind of tickers, and you could feel it in the order book that there was nonsense behind this ticker. It was just weird. With DARE, this ticker we've seen a few times now pop up. Kind of a weird ticker. Didn't have a lot of relative volume today. A lot of resistance at 165. Pharma company, 76 million shares outstanding and 120 million market cap. So a little bit, above the classic range that we're looking for. It was up on some earnings day. Let's zoom in on the 5-minute and see how this one performed. Yeah, quick spike here. I don't know, 30%. Not even the biggest spike. I tried to buy in this pullback looking for some continuation. We didn't get any. Whatever. Not a big deal. I just moved on. Am I red? No, I'm actually slightly green on this one. Now, time to talk about the important stuff. LGVN, our lead gapper right now, and it was mostly our lead gapper all pre-market. It was a pretty cool pre-market with LGVN. I'm up 800 on this one, which is pretty nice. I did size up at one point, so that was good. And it does look like it's trying again here, so this is kind of interesting. Let's start on the daily. So this is a ticker we traded many times in the past. Let me see if just the RIA account, I guess. Now, it actually has really good relative volume today. We have a lot of resistance above. I mean, this is clearly a backholder ticker as well. You want to keep that in mind. But it had these really nice price targets that pre-market was just boom, boom, boom. It was going through these price targets so nicely. It's a biotech, 21 million shares outstanding, 200 million market cap, a little bit high. And the price is around $10 right now. So it's a little bit high on that range. But pre-market, it was a little bit nicer. It was making really good progress. And then let's see here, Catalyst. I'm not even really sure. I don't even think I looked at the Catalyst this morning, but there is Catalyst pumping out for this. Pharma phase 1. Okay, nice trial results. Those are good catalysts. I'm not crazy about biotechs in general, especially like deciphering the news. But the more relevant the news is to a larger population, that's usually a good thing. So let's go to the 5-minute and see how this one's performing. Right now, it's having a 5-minute breakout. So this actually could be a good trade right now. But let's focus here on how this one is performing. Let's just go to the unlimited account just to hide the trades. Oops, I'm clicking all sorts of wrong buttons right now. So nice pop up here around 47%, which isn't crazy. I'm getting excited about tickers when they're over 40%. Sometimes I'll trade it between 20 and 30 or 20 and 40, but I really want to be trading those tickers over 40%. So I was kind of cautious, but I traded basically all of this, and there was always good opportunity. And something I just noticed here, see how it flushed right here? I'd be really careful that it would flush again. This keeps a lot of traders away, and flushes like this, see how the volume dried up afterwards? It scares people away, and that's why I stopped looking at LGVN too. Yeah, let's go to the 1-minute and see how I traded this one a little bit more. That's the 5-minute chart. This is the daily chart. We'll zoom in, and then here's the 1-minute above. Yeah, so it had a good, look at this, 5-minute breakout, 1-minute pullback here. This would have been a really good entry. That's a 5% move with, 1 million shares being traded. That's pretty good. So yeah, really good quick front side here, 40% move. Now let's throw on my trades. You can see it gets a little hectic here in a second. Oh no, now my trades aren't showing up. Let's reload very fast, VAT, then go to LGVN, and unfortunately my trades are not showing up right now. That's fine. Let's may actually do one last little test sometimes. There we go. Sometimes you just got to play around and they pop up. But I did feel like it was good to hide the trades at first to kind of show you guys how I went ahead and traded this one. So I was not trading in this area. No, it was like 7:30. Yeah, this pre-market was slow at first. It was like till like 7:45 or so. That's when things got excited. I traded CLVS before this. So at this point, I'm right on the day of $100. And then LGVN pops up, breaks $8, and I'm buying into this breakout. I'm actually buying relatively high. And I make 10 cents a share very quickly, but on a very small size. And then I'm like, okay, this ticker's got power, big 5-minute breakout, let's go. I don't trade that. I trade this pullback. I take some profits. I buy again. So I'm like actively scalping this one. And then here's the nicest move of the day. We're really right below this $9 zone. So I was a little bit cautious. And then I actually ended up buying here. And it was pulling up, but I didn't trust this ticker because of the way it was kind of chopping. Plus I was slightly maybe still green or red on the day. And then I had this big breakout. I took profits into this breakout too soon. I took profits at like 89 or something. So that was a really good move. I bought back, bought into this pullback and ripped again. At this point, I'm trading a little bit bigger share size. I think my biggest size was like 1,200 or 1,500 shares. So that's like what, $15,000 position size, which is pretty nice. Let's see. I keep scalping here, kind of taking profits, looking for continuation. But at this point, we're really lacking the continuation. I do one little more trade here because it was really good on the 5-minute. There was really nice support. And I was thinking maybe we're going to get a move like this, which we did. But, my timing was off. So I basically had the right idea, but the wrong timing. But then once it was under VWAP, I didn't trade it anymore. It gets back above VWAP like we see here. And I start trading these moves. And then you basically continue doing the same thing, always looking for that continuation. So LGVN, I did a pretty good job. At the market open, this ticker was very hectic. I was trading pretty small size at this point. I was trying to get those continuation moves, but then it flushed really hard here, and then I walked away. So I basically did what I did basically what I should have done on CLVS, I did the whole time on LGVN. I had, several red trades because let's say the momentum slowed down. Like here was a trade and then, sold off. Here was one of my last trades and, then it sold off. So I don't mind when my last trade is red, but I want to be holding on those front side moves. So the majority of my trades can be green. And I could be, riding that front side move. So with CLVS, I was not able to do that. And I just found this like such a fun little experiment here. And I really wanted to share it with you guys, make it a focal point in this video where, if I just traded CLVS like I traded LGVN, I would have had, maybe another $500, $600 of profit in this area. And then maybe I would have gave back $100 or $200 in this area. Who knows? Maybe I would have even made profit on it. So that was, basically how I go about trading front side. You just want to keep milking it. It's been working pretty well lately, especially as the market heats up. It's hard to do that in a slow market. In a slow market, when you notice like everything pops up and then disappears again, you kind of want to trade the range a little bit more, right? You kind of want to average in to a position and then it pops up once and you just close it, right? Without like too much hope for continuation because ranging markets and whatnot is tough. But right now the market's been a little bit hotter, not super hot, but there's been those opportunities for continuation. So that's really how I want to go about trading more and more. And it totally makes sense. So keep on trading until the chart proves or the ticker proves that it's no longer in a front side continuation. And I hope you guys got some value out of that. I think it was really kind of a funny little thing that happened here today, and I'm like a little bit like wow at myself how poorly I did here. But I think being aware sometimes that that's a thing is the biggest value because in the future, knowing that I'm not trading so well, let's say after I say I'm done trading, I could either do two options. Basically, one, I don't say I'm done trading. When I'm done trading, I close my laptop and I'm really done trading. I don't just keep watching the market because if I'm watching the market, then I'm setting myself up for, taking a trade. Or the second thing is just keep on trading, just keep trading my strategy no matter what time it is. If I'm looking at the market and I see exactly what I'm looking at, go for that front side move and keep it simple. You don't want to overthink yourself. You don't want to, create your own, you don't want to be your own biggest problem and stand in the way of yourself. And that's basically what I did here. I stood in my own way And but I'm still, you know, pretty happy that at least with LGVN I was able to milk it properly. All right, guys, that's all for this day trading recap. Don't forget to drop a like on the way out. And if you're totally new, consider subscribing. We'd love to have you part of the community. I'll see you guys then first thing tomorrow morning. And today was the last day of March, actually. So hopefully you guys all wrapped it up all right. March wasn't the best month for me, but that is what it is. Hopefully we start April a little bit better. And then hopefully April gives us good opportunities that we can milk as well. All right, guys, like always, stay safe and make some awesome trades. Ciao, ciao.